Jacqueline, thank you so much for being here. For everyone who's already here in this Write a Legacy room, thank you for being here and continue to ping your friends in. So wherever you are, that's where they should be too. I go by the name of Schneidine, the millennial mom money expert. I teach people how to get out of debt and improve in their finances. I specialize in savings and budgeting, ETF stock investing for beginners, and building business credit while having bad personal credit. You heard that? Yes, you did. Building business credit while having bad personal credit. It is possible, guys. I am here tonight to show you a lot of things, but we're going to focus on mostly money and manifestation. So let's get right into it. Thank you, guys. So, so have you guys heard about money? Have you guys heard about manifestation? Do you guys know what it is? Well, let me let you guys know this. Money likes me. Money needs me. Money picks me from the crowd. Money wants to sit next to me. Money always likes to sit in my bank account. You heard that? Yes. Money loves to sit in my bank account. And how do you get money? Well, you have to put that energy out there in the world. Whatever you think about, you bring about, it will happen. It will come into fruition. Get clear on how much money you desire to call into your life and to call into your bank account. Visualize yourself 5 minutes after you have already received getting that big money. A lot of people right now, they are desiring to even get that PPP loan or the EIDL loan, whatever money that could come into your account funded by the government or other organizations. But guess what? It can actually happen because it has happened to me. And here I am showing others how they could get business funding, organization funding, small business loans. I am your girl. If you haven't already, follow all the moderators because they are here donating their time. And also, you are more than welcome to send them their electronic roses or their monetary roses if they have that option available. All right, so let's get right into it now. Jacqueline, I will pass the mic to you. Please share with us any of your tips in manifestation with money, how you live, how you call money, or do you chase money? Please let us know. I'm Schneidine and I am done speaking.
Yes, thank you, Nadine. So, really, where I would love to start is healing from money habits. Okay. Because at the end of the day, we have been told stories about money that we have adopted as our own. And so, when you think about it, the money doesn't grow on trees, and you have to work really, really hard to make a lot of money. These stories that we hold in our mind, this blueprint that we have that is etched in our brain, is the reason why a lot of our money situations are the way they are. Because we believe that we're not worthy, or we're scared of success, right? Either you grew up with parents who had no money, absolutely nothing, and they scrape pennies together. And so you feel that you have to scrape pennies together or hold on tight to all the money that you have. And you are not allowing money to come into you abundantly, because what's happening is you're blocking it. The more that you're like, let me hold, save, you're blocking money. I love what Shanine just said. She was talking about money and the energy, and how if you imagine yourself having that money, you imagine and feel the feeling that you would feel 5 minutes after you've already obtained it. That is how you manifest it to yourself. Because really, at the end of the day, if you are thinking and believing and in the energy of doubt, you are not attracting the money that you think that you want in your life. So what I would have to say, or where I would love to start, is healing from your past, healing from the stories that you've told yourself about money, healing from the stories that your parents have told you about money, adopting and developing your own story now for your own beliefs today. And we can change it. Once you start changing it, the money starts coming to you. And I love something else you said, Nadine, about, oh, I love money. I mean, just the fact that you are saying that your love for money, and money comes to you, and it comes to you first. You have to have that relationship with money. So when you start to change your story and say what relationship you want with money, you want money, you want to treat money like money is the biggest love of your life, and money will treat you just the same. My name is Jackie. I'm done speaking.
Yes, Jackie, I love it. Absolutely. And, to add to that, money should be coming to you effortlessly, okay? Money goals make our life goals happen. Without money, we can't really do much, right? So what we do, we have to just manifest it in the air and say, I declare and decree that money's already mine. That money needs me. It needs to sit in my bank account. No matter how your bank account looks today, guess what? I've probably been there, okay? Honest to goodness. I want to share something with you guys, okay? And this is something that is super duper personal. I don't share this much because it's something that really kicked my tail. And I said to myself, I will never want to feel this way again. I recall back in the days, I was doing a lot of acting work. I was on set with a lot of different celebrities. I was taping and I did a full day set on in New York when I was in New York, Manhattan. And then I had to drive back home to Stamford, Connecticut. And I promise you guys, this was a long time ago. I had to actually go to the gas station. I promise you, I had $2 in my pocket in change. And I was literally picking quarters, dimes, and nickels to make $2 happen. Okay. I had $2.48 in my credit card right before I went over my limit on a credit card, and about $2.16 on a debit card, guys. $6 in total. I went inside to pay for my gas. I gave the guy $2 of the cash. I swiped the $2.48, and then I went back outside to do the $2.16, guys. $6 just for me to get home to Stamford, Connecticut. I sat in the car. I said, thank you, Jesus, because I have $6 worth of gas to get into my car. But I promise you, when I got home, I said, Lord Jesus, please help me, because I never in my whole entire life want to ever feel like this again. I mean, I felt like this was beneath me. I felt like this is not how I should be living. And I promise you guys, when you're sick and tired of being sick and tired, you're going to get up and you're going to do something to change your life. If that story doesn't help you, doesn't push you, doesn't motivate you to do something for yourself, I don't know what else is. But guess what? It definitely kicked my tail. I said, Schneidine, you're not going to be living penny by penny, living paycheck to paycheck, wondering where the heck is this money coming from. Start getting creative, start building relationships, build empires, and create ways to make money. Then I landed a corporate job, which helped change my world. And then now all I'm doing is changing lives one person at a time. And I am just loving impacting lives. So I wanted to share that with you, because no matter how your bank account looks today, I promise you, it's not where you start, but it's where you finish. I'm Schneidine and I'm done speaking. Carl, do you want to add to that, or Jacqueline?
Yes, most definitely. I feel the energy from the queens here in the room. I'm excited to be on stage with you just for a little bit of time here. And the crazy thing is, I agree with those sentiments 1,000%. I've been on every side of the spectrum when it comes to money. And as Queen Jacqueline stated earlier, you literally have to get rid of those negative thoughts, negative stigmas, and even those negative, the negative upbringing that you had. You know, there's so many things that I have to get out of my mind when it comes to money. Mm-hmm. But I like to say now, because I used to think like Jacqueline said, you have to work hard for money, mm-hmm. and you gotta, work really, really hard. You gotta put some blood, sweat, and tears. No. Money comes to me frequently and easily. Money comes to me frequently and easily. I'm gonna say it one more time. Money comes to me frequently and easily. All right. That's right. I just had to get out of the mindset. I had to get out of the mindset. I had a poor mentality, mm-hmm. and my. I got a millionaire mentor who I affectionately call my rich dad. His name is Mr. Darnell Self, and he really helped me reshape my thinking when it comes to you guys on YouTube, money. If you're watching now, please share this live video with your friends, with your followers. All right, I need you guys to tune in and continue sharing, because we're sharing some wonderful things here. Thank you. He said, Carl, slow down. Money is a byproduct of the person you become. It's faith, family, and then finances. Once you put God first, everything else will fall into place. That's one of the first things that he said to me when we first had a conversation. But then he taught me so many different gems about generating and keeping money, because it's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. Okay. He also taught me that the average millionaire in this country reads 2 books a month. I didn't even know that. I didn't know that. There's a reason why the CEO of a company makes 300 times more than the entry-level employee at that same company. The CEO knows more. Mm-hmm. So if you want to be in a position to earn more, you got to learn more. Some of the things that Rich Dad taught me. And last thing I want to share with you real briefly is the fact that we have to make better decisions when it comes to our money. I'll give you an example, like my sister Nadine just shared. I was in a position.
We're over here laughing because we've been through many positions before, bro.
Many. So I'm laughing at myself and my thought process when I was younger, because I was making $0 in college. And I got tired of working really hard part-time and not making a lot of money. So I said to myself, with my first job out of college, I was at Enterprise, I was making $33,500 for the year. So when I was making that, the first thing I said to myself is, I deserve a luxury car. I'm going to buy a luxury vehicle. So the car I wanted to buy was $30,000. It was a $30,000 Mercedes, even though I was only making $33,500 for the year. And I asked my rich dad for advice. I said, hey, do you think I should buy this car? And I told him the specifics on it. I told him how much I make. I told him how much the car note would be and all this other stuff. He said, Carl, he told me a lot. He said, Carl, sometimes the things we buy to make ourselves look rich are the same things that are keeping us poor.
That's right. That's right.
That was a gem that stuck with me to this day. He said, Carl, sometimes the things we buy to make ourselves look rich are the same things that are keeping us poor. He said, if you buy the car, you won't be able to afford an oil change. What happens when the tire pops? Will you be able to replace the tires? What happens when you have a maintenance issue? What happens if you impress the girl with this fancy car but don't have enough money to take her to dinner? All these things are factors that I never considered because I just wanted to look the part. So I got out of that mindset of trying to look the part, and I decided to be the part.
That's right.
There was I decided to follow my passion, become a motivational speaker. I said one day I will earn $10,000 when I do a speech. I manifested that, and I did that 3 times in a row. And then in a 30-day time frame, back in 2019, before the pandemic, in a 30-day time frame, I cashed 3 different checks over $10,000 each. So because I applied the principles of manifestation and being smart with my money instead of being poor with my money, I was able to make in 30 days what I used to make in 365 days. So huge blessing for me. So that's it. I say all that to say, if it happened for me, it can definitely happen for you. This is Carl. I'm done speaking.
Wow, Carl, thank you so much for sharing that. Oh boy, I remember those days when you did have that BMW and you're like, man, this car note is kicking my tail, but I still got to pay it. But yeah, thank you for being so transparent. And it's funny because we go through all of these experiences just to share with you guys that when you really speak anything into existence, it can really happen, you know? And I also love the tips that your poor dad and your rich dad was saying to you about really waking up and seeing, is it making sense for you to get a really big luxury car like that? You know, does it make sense? No, it only makes you look the part, but you're over here, you know, struggling to pay a car note. It's not making you feel comfortable, or, especially when you're sleeping too, you're thinking about, oh, I got to pay a car note. Do you know that that is the number one killer? Stress. When you're over here thinking about money keeps people up at night. And that is a terrible thing. If you are stressed out about money, then you really got to change your situations. But with all that being said, Jacqueline, the mic is on you.
Yes, no, Carl, I absolutely loved everything you said. I was over here cracking up when you were like, impress the girl with the new car, but you can't even take her to dinner. That always kills me. Or even like, making good money decisions, like, having the nice car, but you're parking it at an apartment.
Mm-hmm.
We also need to take state in like real estate and, have your own. So there's just a lot of things that, it's funny, my dad is always saying, they didn't teach us. And so there's so many things that, we may not know, but as soon as you know, we learn. Once you know better, you do better, right? So I just absolutely love the conversation. And I just kind of wanted to add on to the conversation when it comes to money, since we're in a write a legacy. Another really amazing way to manifest is to write it down. It's been amazing. I've literally gotten jobs because I wrote down, I will be working, or I didn't even say I will be, I am a, whatever the position was by this date. And I literally had the job by the date. And so when it comes to money, if there's a certain amount of money to something else I do every year, I write down how much money I want to make by the end of the year. And I say, I am making $250,000 by December 31st, 2021, right? And that statement is a statement that I say over and over and over again. And as I'm moving through the year, I am making decisions from that. I am making $250,000 by December 31st, 2021. Woo, all them 20s are getting rough on me. But yes, December 21st, 2021, I am making this amount. And so when you are moving with that intention, when you are moving with those thoughts in your mind that I am making this money, that is another way to manifest. Writing it down, taking note, making sure that you put it down on paper and you're stating it. Because the moment you state it, it makes you feel good. It's not like you feel bad when you're saying you're making a certain amount of money you desire to make. It makes you feel good. Mm-hmm. And that sense of energetic pull is another way to manifest your money. My name is Jackie. I'm done speaking.
That's perfect, Jackie. It also makes it feel real. Go ahead, Carl.
No, I just want to introduce my brother real quick. Because he has built an incredible speaking empire. He's built an incredible motivational platform. He's helping a lot of people in relationships. And the great thing about it is, we're quoting scriptures here. They say a wise man leaves an inheritance for his children's children. Mm-hmm. But the scripture also says, a man that findeth a wife finds a good thing. So this brother's here not only building a legacy for himself and his children, but he also has a queen by his side and they're building the kingdom together. So my brother Keith Shorn, Scott, are you there?
Man, why you always gotta put me on the spot? Make me feel good and start smiling behind over here. I'm a grown man. Stop making me smile so much. Taking away my manhood from me. But it's always really good, man, when men can lift up other men, and we can recognize our success without any pride or any ego, man. So, and that's what, being a kingdom man, being a believer, is all about. It's about supporting, not only supporting, one another. And I genuinely love you. We had these conversations before, and what is that? We had a basketball game?
We gotta bring out the horns for you, brother.
But seriously, and on the topic that we're talking about, I know one thing for me is I arrived before I really got there.
Please.
Right? I remember days, growing up in a one-bedroom apartment with me, my mom, my dad, and I remember like,
please.
I'm gonna make it. I don't know what I'm making. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but one day I'll make it. Right? We all have that. One day I'm gonna make it, but we don't know what make it is. We go through a lot of trials and experiences in life, and we test out a lot of different things: entrepreneurship, business, writing books, doing a bunch of different businesses until, you really find your passion and your gift in life. And then when you find that, you go wholeheartedly. My thing is, when I say I was there before I arrived, I knew I was destined for free, period. I knew that I was going to be wealthy, period. Not only monetarily, but also emotionally, physically, mentally, and spiritually. I knew it, right? And nobody could have told me any different because I was already there. I just had to do the work to arrive there, to meet my future self where God was taking me. And I knew that abundance was in my life. Don't get me wrong. There's some days, and I know a lot of people on here, you guys could vouch for that. Is some days you don't feel like giving up. Some days some days you don't know what's happening.
It's
some
natural.
Days you question. Huh?
It's natural to feel that way.
Yeah, exactly. So it's natural to feel that way. You feel like God, what's going on right now in my life? Like, what's happening? You said this thing, but this is happening.
Yeah.
But man, I want to encourage everyone today that when you're going through those difficult times, keep going. Don't ever stop. There are days that I wanted to stop, but I couldn't. I was already too deep in. I remember I met Carl at some event. When you start meeting people at certain events and you're connecting with these people that God is putting in your life, it's for a reason. And if you feel like quitting, you feel like giving up, there goes the buzzer beater. And one. But that, when you just lock arms with these people and you keep going, I think that's one of the major things in life. Arrive there and keep going. It doesn't matter what your circumstances tell you. It doesn't matter what your neighbor tells you. It doesn't matter what your surroundings tell you. And it doesn't matter what social media tells you. Because I had my times when I used to compare myself to people on social media, right? Thinking people is getting more money than me. They're more blessed than me. Mm-hmm. But I realized that my path is my path alone. And nobody is able to walk my path or see my vision as clear as I am, right? Mm-hmm. As clear as I do. Because God didn't give them my eyes or my vision or my path or my experiences. I am different. So, with manifestation and money and all that will come when you become your true authentic self. Don't be like everyone else. You can't be like everyone else. Just be you, right? Robin, be you. Beth, be you, right? Gretchen, be you. Nicole, editor, Kai, be you. Be yourself. And once you become that person, right, then everything else will flow. Everything else will manifest. But you have to believe and arrive there before you get there. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for having me on. I'm gonna call you
Schneidine. There you go.
Schneidine.
How do you pronounce your name?
Keyshawn.
Oh, okay, Keyshawn.
Yeah, no, just Keyshawn.
Oh, Keyshawn. Yeah, Keyshawn. Yeah. Nice to meet you electronically.
You too.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate your insights and your share. I understand everything that you're talking about, and I want to add to that in regards to, everyone having their turn in line. Today may not be your day. Actually, to be honest with you, I had 2 days this week that were not my best days, but guess what? I had to take a time out for myself and say, hey, tomorrow I'm going to get up stronger and I'm going to knock out everything I need to knock out and make up for the 2 days that I lost. And that I sure did today. So I appreciate your add and your share. Thank you very much, Keyshawn, for being here.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Mm-hmm. And I see we have somebody else on stage. I would like to introduce Chris. Chris, please let everybody know who you are, what you do, and how you are impacting this world. And also talk about money and manifestation for you.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I'm enjoying the conversation and just the mindset, the reprogramming. I am a real estate expert professional. I'm an agent, but I've also done investment off market stuff as well. And I also host the podcast called the Entrepreneur Motivation Podcast. So it all started obviously as an idea in my mind, right? The limiting beliefs, the imposter syndrome, we all face that, especially when you change your LinkedIn profile or your bio to say you do something. Mm-hmm. I was just reminiscing on my first real estate transaction where, I didn't have very much confidence. I was like, I've never done this before. How am I supposed to sell this person on working with me when I've never done this? But when you believe and you start to do those things for those listening, whatever it is that you want to do, claim it, take action, become an expert, learn, and that's when you see transformation in your life. And so, I just had my best quarter, Q1 of 2021 in real estate. After, last year we weren't sure how things were going to play out, everything with the lockdowns, and of course now real estate's crazy. Houses are getting multiple offers on day one, and so I am getting past my money blocks. My parents always had oh, that's too expensive, we can't afford that. Oh my gosh, the steak is $50. Those types of things. And now it feels so good to be at that place of like, okay, I'm going to go get this $100 steak. That's fine. Like, I deserve this. I work for this. This is a fraction of what I'm bringing in. And also making sure that when you're earning the money, you're not sabotaging yourself and spending it, somehow losing it, right? Like lottery winners who win it and lose it. It's like a mindset thing that we have to adapt to. So I'm happy to be here, happy to jam on any ideas with you guys and just learn a little bit more, because now I'm in that process of creating and generating an abundance of money, and I want to make sure I put it in the right way, put it in the right places, and make sure that I continue to make it grow. So thanks again for having me.
Thank you, Chris, for you being here. I appreciate your share. And from everything that you said, I just want to take this little part out of it. When you said that your parents would be like, "Ooh, that steak is expensive." That reminds me of many days back in the day. You're like, okay, what should I get on this menu?
Right. There's like two types of people, right? Like,
yes.
Before you blur out the prices and you look at like the rich, the mindset I'd like to have is blurring out the prices and getting what I truly want. Versus before, a lot of us blur out the menu and look at the prices.
Absolutely. Well, you know what is so funny? It's because this is what a lot of people struggle with right now. They would love to go out to the restaurants, especially now the restaurants are opening again, guys. Yes. No more takeout or just on the curbside anymore. Restaurants are opening. Yay. Can we clap it up for that? Yes. I love to go out and eat very, very well. Yes. Okay. Yes. So now that people are having hard times, even selecting something to eat. Secondly, earlier today I had an experience and I took half of the day to pamper myself. Why? Because I needed to. I said I'm always giving of myself so unselfishly. Today, half of the day I took it for myself. I went out, I pampered myself, got the nails done, eyebrows arched. And I got my pedicure today and I feel good. It made me feel good. And then I said, you know what? I'm taking this moment for myself. And then I just did a quick video and I said, man, it feels so good to be able to afford anything I want. Right. And then after my whole pampering at the spa today, I promise you, I got that bill. I said, dang, okay. I love pampering myself, but I didn't know it was going to be like that. But, it's funny, even though you have the money, even though I had the money sometimes, I'm so frugal when it comes to my money. I saw that bill. I was just like, okay, whatever. Here's the card. I'm just going to pay for it. But it just so funny that even when you have it, sometimes it's still like it hurts to get it out of your pocket because you prefer for it to stay in your pocket, right? That's what I wanted to share. The floor is yours, you guys.
Yes, no, I totally resonate with that, girl. Like when it's like you're like, oh, let me hold on to it, it's fine. But all within the same breath, I think that has a lot to do with how like we conditioned. We've been conditioned. We are, even if you have the money, it's like you want to hold on to it because we've been conditioned to want to hold on to it. But when we start to realize the energy, the energy between yourself and money. Yes. And it as soon as it goes, it comes. It goes, it comes. And the fact that really, when you were taking care of yourself, you were investing in yourself, right? Because if you invest in yourself, you invest that money into taking care of you, that peace of mind. You said you were having a hard time, but this made you feel good, right? That peace of mind helped you create content. Right? And so when you take care of yourself, that investment in yourself is going to bring about other fruits of your labor. Because now that you're mentally okay and ready and fabulous, then you're able to really take on your business the way you have to. You're able to really sit down and write that book because you mentally have done the thing you needed to do to take care of you. So even though the bill made you say, at the same time, that investment was worth it, honey.
Yes, indeed. I gave you hand claps for that one because there is nothing like taking care of yourself. And I personally feel like we don't do that enough for ourselves, guys. As women or as mothers, we're always taking care of the children, making sure the house is clean, making sure that the food is cooked. I mean, some days I wake up, I feel like, honestly, I am an octopus today. How many different ways can my arms go? It's just too much on my plate. That's why I had to sit out for 2 days and say, hey, I need a breather. I need to really reflect. I need to process. I need to do me for a few days. And then now I'm back and I'm bouncing back and I'm here to entertain you guys. So I wanted to ask anyone here in this room, do you guys want to come up? I want to share. I want you guys to share your thoughts. I want to hear that you guys have a pulse. I want to hear how you guys process money and manifestation, because it really changes how you think, your process, and how you deal with money. So I want to hear from you guys. While they're coming up, anybody else on stage want to say anything? Wow, we have our beautiful visitors coming up.
I could add something to that real quick. I mean,
please do.
I'm still working. I've got the parents have the mindset, the programming that I was raised with. If that's too expensive, that's not worth it. Oh, you can save money if you just did that on your own. And now I'm training myself, which is still difficult sometimes, because if I check in and call them, I hear a couple things here and there. So now I don't even bring it up. I'm like, I don't want them to talk about how expensive this massage, whatever I just got is, because I'm surrounding myself with wealthier people that consider it investments in themselves, right? Like, if you take a day to pamper yourself and go get a massage, like in Mykonos or something in Greece, like that is totally well-deserved, because you can't always just be working, you'll burn out. So it takes reprogramming, and one way that I've done that is from surrounding myself with people who are at a higher level, and they don't talk about those small dollar problems anymore. They're talking about big problems, making big checks. And, real estate, I get my biggest deal. I talked to a client, and 3 weeks later, they closed on that deal as a $20,000 commission. And that is literally you could change your life with that kind of money. If you've never made it before, it seems impossible. As soon as you learn a skill, it changes so quickly where you become a money magnet. So I just wanted to share that as well.
Okay, I love that part. I love that part with you saying money magnet, because that is my company name. It's Millennial Money Magnet LLC. Yes, indeed. For sure, because I am a money magnet. Anywhere I go, that money wants to surround me. Yes. And I say it now. I didn't, and I'm saying that humbly because before I really did not have it, guys. My stuff just started kicking in just 2 years ago, after I had a coach, an entrepreneur coach. So I just wanted to share that with you guys. So I want to also include, Chris, when you are surrounding yourself with the right kind of people, the right kind of people will help you change your mindset. And this is exactly it. Money and mindset, money manifestation, it's all the same thing. They all gel together, right? So when you are in a crowd of 4 broke friends, guess what, guys? You are the 5th broke friend. What are you doing hanging around with broke people? I was going to say A capital SS after that. But what are you doing hanging out with broke people? Because their mindset is different. They're thinking about collecting 50 cents. We're not thinking about collecting 50 cents anymore. We're here thinking about, how can I get that $50,000 speaking gig? What can I do tomorrow to close out and get that funding for my business? This is how rich people think. You know what I mean? We're not thinking small. We're thinking big. And one other thing I want to share and press upon you guys, it's okay to share your goals and your dreams with people. Sometimes they will laugh at you. And if you're sharing your dreams with people and they are not laughing at you, that means that your goals and your dreams are just not big enough. You hear? So I'm Schneidine and I'm done speaking.
That was fabulous, Schneidine. And I loved what Chris was saying about, surrounding yourself with people. I love that statement. If you're around 4 broke people, you're the 5th. Like, I don't want to be that person. So it's definitely about surrounding yourself with people who are elevating you, who are helping you get higher. I mean, there's nothing worse than being around everyone and everyone's all sad and, everyone's broke and we talking about broke issues and more broke stuff. I mean, you're not going anywhere. You are not elevating. So I just absolutely love everything that you guys said. Money magnet, you guys, that's in my affirmations. I am a money magnet.
Yes.
That is it. Because money attracts to me every time I need it. It just shows up. And I just love money for that. So I'm Jackie. I'm done speaking.
I love it, Jackie. And speaking of friends, let me tell you, I have to say, guys, not everybody should be your friend. I have hand selected people that I want around me now. Before I used to be so popular, like having so many people around you. But let me tell you something, when you are in need of real people to give you real strong advice, they are nowhere to be around. So now as of last year, I put myself in a season of isolation. And I mean that. Not everybody could know my ideas. You cannot know my thoughts. You cannot know my plans because they are in my own head and they're staying there until it's ready to be out, or if it's paid out, right? Exactly that part. So everybody can't be my friend because my personality would probably irritate some people because I'm happy most of the time, 80% of the time. I'm business minded. I just want to do a lot of things. And if you have other kind of people around you, they just can't be around you if they don't have that same kind of energy. So I'm Schneidina, I'm done speaking. I see Lola. Lola, I would love to introduce you to speak. Let everybody know who you are, what you do, how you're impacting the world, and let everybody know actually how we met just recently and how your thoughts are with money and manifestation. The floor is yours.
All right. Hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Lola. I'm from New York, of Nigerian heritage. I'm a physical therapist and an athletic trainer. I've had my business now for 2 years, but pretty much since I started practicing, I've been in some realm of independent contract, of being an independent contractor. I've always felt like I was more entrepreneurial minded, meaning that I didn't feel like I should work for someone that makes 80% of the profit and then I take whatever scraps are left. I think we can all kind of attest to the fact that being a worker bee kind of causes you to grow resentful after a while. So in my opinion, I don't really think that anybody should work as a W-2 employee for more than 3 to 5 years. I think that as soon as you are able to open a business, it doesn't matter if it's a side hustle or not. I think it really changes how you operate and how you see money. You guys were talking before about being able to splurge in self-care. I'm actually reading a book that's called Profit First that is actually based on that, but in maybe an opposite way that you would think. The principles, I guess, instead of paying all your bills first and then taking what's left, it actually encourages you to switch that and taking your profit first and paying your bills with whatever is left. And that way you can see if your business is truly healthy. If you don't have enough money to pay yourself and then pay your operational expenses, then you're doing things the wrong way. If you're only able to pay your expenses, but you can't pay yourself, then you're not truly a business. And so I think that helped me a lot to see an objective way of looking at, can I afford those things? If I'm paying myself first and I can pay my expenses, then I can definitely afford any kind of self-care or travel or whatever I choose to invest in myself. So it's funny that you guys are talking about that right now.
I love it. Absolutely. I really appreciate that you told us what you were doing for yourself. Let everybody also know how we met just recently.
Yeah, of course. It was a group about financing and funding for businesses. And Nadine was sharing a plethora of sites where minority business owners could get funding or grants. And she provided a wealth of information freely. I want to say that freely because a lot of times I feel it's very transactional sometimes on Clubhouse where I've got all the keys and if you want it, buy this book or, schedule a one-on-one with me. But she freely gave of herself in that meeting. And I really did appreciate that and it resonated with me.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know that part. Thank you. I really appreciate that. The reason why I share, I just want to take a moment to say this. A lot of people poured into me freely. Some people God put many people in my path that are multimillionaires, and they gave me a lot of training for free. Other people I had to pay for, which also helped me, propel as an entrepreneur, as a businesswoman. But the insights that other people gave me for free, I said, wow, the fact that they took their time to give this to me and I'm able to apply it for my business, I promised myself that I was going to share it with others. And I'm so happy that I was able to do that for you, Lola. So thank you for sharing.
Anytime.
Yes. So I see that we have editor on the stage. Please let everybody know who you are, what you do, how you are impacting this world, and let us know your thoughts with money and manifestation.
Hello, good evening, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, all right, because I just had to get in my car. I'm getting ready to go get dinner. Carl's going to have a joke about that.
No, and me neither. Me neither.
My God, yo, 1,000% of the time, whenever we talk to Editor Dean, she's eating
food or drink.
on the way to eat. Food or drinks.
But it just thinks like every time you have a room, I'm about to eat. So, okay, so hi everyone. My name is Editor Dean. I am a freelance editor. I work with self-published and mainstream authors. What I do.
Please share this live video with your friends, your followers, your people.
Morning,
I'm sharing on money and manifestation.
With another day and for keeping my family protected, because I have a mother who is now 82, but she had caught COVID last year in November. And then my daughter, who is 23, she just got over COVID and pneumonia. She was hospitalized twice. So first I give thanks to God every morning. And then I say #millionaire mindset. And I have found that since I have started doing that, every day I have been blessed with either something unexpected or like a client will contact me and say, okay, I'm ready to move forward, or I'll have new business come my way. So I feel like because I have started doing that, I am attracting more money. Now, prior to this, I have what they call a scarcity mindset. And it's not that I don't, it's like I hoard money. I hold on to it, I hoard it, I like to look at it in my account, but I wasn't making my money work for me. So I had to get out of that mindset. And I'm the type of person also, like I will buy for others and do for others. But when it comes to myself, I want to oh, I really don't need that right now. Or no, I can go a little while longer, but it's time to put myself first. My kids are grown, I raised them. And so it's like, okay, why not? Why not treat myself? So I'm getting out of the scarcity mindset, but I do think, I think his name was Chris. I don't see him up here, but I think he had touched on like how you were raised. And I think it has a lot to do with your childhood as well. I'm not saying for everyone, but as far as myself, because my mother, she was a housewife. She was married to my dad for 17 years. She dropped out of school when she was 11th grade to marry my father. So we were her world, me and my 3 brothers. That's all she did. She just took care of the house and she raised us. And I am so thankful. And I wouldn't trade her for any other mother in the world. But it was like I didn't have anyone that would tell me, hey, do this with your money, or hey, treat yourself, or hey, invest your money. I didn't have that guidance. So I didn't know. You only know what you know, right? And so I didn't know. And then as I grew older, it's like, okay, just make the money and take care of yourself. But now, like I said, I feel more empowered. I feel like I'm in better control of my money, and I'm able to attract it. Yeah, that's my story.
That's your story, and you're sticking to it.
#millionaire mindset.
I love
I
it.
never go by without saying, and it's been working for me, and I will continue to do so.
I love it. Well, I love how you start your day, of course, with prayer and thanking the good Lord Almighty for protecting you through the night and having you see another day. So that's what's up. I love it. Yes. And now you are living for yourself, and it's okay to be selfish sometimes and just do things for you. And I'm learning to do the same exact thing. So I congratulate you on that. Thank you for sharing.
Yes, thank you. And was it Lola that said she had the bill? Is she the one that went and got her hair and nails done and all that?
No, that was me.
No. You got that Wowzer bill?
Yeah, I did, but it was worth it. It's good to treat myself. I deserve it.
Tomorrow myself. I think I'm gonna get my eyebrows, and so I needed to hear this. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome. Yes.
Hey, Carla, did you say somebody passed from COVID?
No. My mother, she didn't have to be hospitalized at all. My mother had a mild case of it. She was sick, but she wasn't sick. My daughter was sick. Like my daughter's, her blood level, her oxygen level dropped down to 89. So she had to be hospitalized twice. But no, they are both fine and well now. I did have someone in January that did. My ex's mother, she was like a mother-in-law to me. She did pass in January from COVID.
So Pass the Information is a $9,000 grant for people that passed from COVID. So
Yes, this is true.
it's a real thing.
For taxes.
And that's for everybody in the audience too.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna let her daughter know. I'll contact her. Thank you, and I'll get with you with the information later.
I've actually had a friend of mine that her father passed away last March in COVID. Is there any way that I can give, direction that I can tell her to, look into that?
I just have to look up the link. So my suggestion is to DM me. I think did I share that with you, Carl, or did I inbox you? Maybe not. No, that was on another room. Yeah, so I'll look it up. I'll have it ready to DM sometime tonight or the morning latest.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you for sharing, editor. Now we're going to go to Miss Kai. Please let everybody know who you are, what you do, how you are impacting this world, and now also how money and manifestation affects your life. The floor is yours.
Great evening, everybody. How is everybody doing?
Great and winning with God.
Yeah, I changed my image really quickly for tonight. It's just my affirmation for myself for this week. My name is Kai. Actually, it got changed when I turned 7. My mom changed it to Keisha, but I still go by Kai because that's what I like. I am a Detroit girl. I was not born in Detroit. I was not raised in Detroit. I just settled in Detroit with my mom's side of the family. I was born in Germany. I am an Air Force veteran. I was a police officer for the Air Force with a top clearance. I was the only female in my squadron for 13 years. And I am a mother of 2. I am a survivor of many things. I am also a therapist in many walks, certified and degreed. I impact the world by making sure that a lot of the times other people are good, and I had to do what Schneidine had to do just recently, and I had to take myself to they have a mental health spa, Black-owned mental health spa here in Michigan on Northwestern Highway, owned by a guy that I went to college with named David. And I needed that moment because there's some things that were going on here with some important people in my life. So I needed that mental health spa day. And I am accustomed to the bill because I go frequently, so it didn't shock me this time. But the first time I was like, oh. That first time I was like, so David, how about I give you a massage or something for this bill? But no, it was really good. I did the magnetic chair, and then I did the brainwave realignment, and then I did the float. And so they call them a circuit as long as you do 3 different units, and they have 369. They have 9 units, and so as long as you pick 3, they call it a circuit, and it's usually like about $100 and $120. So it was really good for me to do that. I do my money manifestations kind of similar to what everybody else said, except for I always say with the girls in the morning, we always say that we are not going to go back to where we came from. Mm-hmm. We are better than we were yesterday. We are blessed and highly favored. We will walk into our purpose. So after we do our little morning mantra, we say that. And we always listen to a specific song. One day I'll play it for you guys because I can't think of the guy who sings it right now at this moment. But I play it for the girls every single day, every morning. Even if they're not being driven to school, I still fake it and play it anyway. So again, my name is Kai, and if you'd like to hear more bio, and go to my Instagram or read the rest of my bio on Clubhouse. You guys have a great, wonderful, amazing money manifesting evening on purpose, and I am done speaking.
Well, thank you, Kai, for sharing with us. Thank you for always showing up everywhere that we are. You are just simply amazing, and God will continue to bless you abundantly with you and your girls.
As well as you and yours, Miss Sniding, with your beautiful self.
Oh, thank you. So next up, we have Candy. Please let everybody know who you are, what you do,
okay.
how. Yes,
sorry,
go
I'm
ahead.
My daughter off on cheerleading.
Oh, that's
again,
okay.
This is Jacqueline Vasquez. And Candy, do you have anything to add to the conversation, love?
Hi, everybody. I'm Candy. And first of all, I want to just extend my condolences to those who may have been impacted in any way by this pandemic. Just listening to your stories, and my heart just goes out, as well as prayers to those families. So I also want to thank all of you, because I am very new as of under 24 hours to Clubhouse, but the journey thus far has just been captivating.
Oh, welcome to Clubhouse.
Story. So this is, and listening to you all, I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm so not going to sleep tonight. This is amazing. But I am by profession a healthcare administrator in the health industry. But my passion project is, and I wouldn't even call it a project, but just my purpose is basically being able to expand my footprint in leadership, mentoring, and also developing aspiring leaders and career professionals just from all walks of life and diverse generations. My thoughts on money and manifestation is basically about reflecting on your thought process and the mindset that brings. So I do believe that every seed that we plant is the harvest that we will see. So if it's positive, we'll see that. So changing our thoughts process about money, and knowing that we'll have it, and doing, and not only just saying it, but taking the steps that needs to be taken in order to realize those goals. And I pretty much
as
apply that
as we are closing out here on YouTube. I'm gonna close this out because I don't want it to go forever, right? I just want to close out with my S formula, and it goes a little something like this. I declare I will dominate over my money. I declare I will make better financial decisions that benefit me. I declare I will thrive in everything I do. I declare financial freedom. I declare I am debt free. I declare I will check my account and say hi to my money. I declare I am successful. I declare I will win because I was created to win. And that right there is the S formula. Have a wonderful night, guys, and I will see you guys very, very soon.